First things first, if you want to complete missions for the UDA, you'll need to craft a short-range radio. Plenty of folks need help, and factions pay well for prospectors that offer their time. Up to you. Stay safe.
All right, guys, we are back on Olympus. We started off with just the basics. I got a bed, oxygen, water. We've got our armor, modules, just weight and more inventory slots, and then our backpack, which gives us weight and inventory slots. I also grabbed just the basics: pickaxe, axe, and knife. Nothing too fancy, so just to get us started here. So we need to get up to level 10 to be able to get the contact device so we can start our operations. We started off just in this area here as usual. We're going to make our way back down over this way, but I think at first we're going to look at starting in this area here just to start off. And then we will, once we get to level 10, we'll start doing some of the operations here. This series' main focus will be operations. Hopefully we don't die as much as we did last time. But we did start off with a new character, so nothing is unlocked. As you guys can see, everything is, fresh. I figured by doing the operations, we should be able to start fresh and not need to worry about. It's not like the campaigns that, you need to be higher level. But we will start with gathering some materials, building a base, getting up to level 10. And then go from there. Might have time to do 1 or 2 operations today, depending on the operations. I think the first few are pretty basic, so we should be good on that. I do have access to the legendary weapons. I'm just not going to grab any just yet. I think we're going to just start with the basic stuff. Bow, arrows, and then go from there. So we are here. Let's go down to here. Okay. So we're down by the water here. Let's truck over this way and make our first base here. While we're running over there, I will create our first house over by the lake there. Alright, so I made it to the lake here. But I think this time other inventory already full. Let's just set up this little fire pit here. Get ourselves a shovel. All right. We should have make one of these. Throw it into the water. Preferably a space that we could see it. There. We should be able to make our seed or out of stone. All right, we'll give me a second to make some. Go grab some stone. Cedar. Let's go. All right. You know what? It looks like there's less trees over on this side. We have our cedar going, so we're just grabbing what we need here. Start planting some of our food and get on our merry way for that. Right now, let's craft some crates here. Just so we're not lugging around all this stuff. We'll embark on a mission in the morning here. We're just waiting for the sun to go down. Okay. It's the next morning here, guys. I think I'm going to go out and grind a bit and try and get up to level 10. And then I'll be back when I can craft the contact device. And that's level 10. Let's go. All right. Let's get back home and get everything sorted here so we can get our contact contact device and start our operations. All right, guys, we are now back at the house. So we've unlocked tier 2 now, so let's do the contact. Do that. So first of all, let's go crafting. Crafting bench. Come on. Deploy that right beside the door here. All right. Let's do oxygen. All right, and let's throw this out. All right, let's get this contact device going.
Great work. Now that you have access to short-range radio, you'll be able to take on simple missions. If you want to take on more complex assignments, you'll have to craft an infrasonic relay device. Oh, almost forgot. Cinetai have come up with a fancy new way of shipping your exotic hauls off-world. They're calling it the Orbital Exchange System, OES. Abandoning all your planet-side tech is a thing of the past, if you prefer. Chuck them in the pod, and it drops it all off at the station. OES schematics should be available, if you want to build one. Good luck, Prospector.
All right. Operation.
I don't know if you're ready for this one, but they sure as hell need someone to give it a shot.
Let's do Potshot.
Ain't no one said it's gonna be easy. But if anyone can handle this, it's you. Check your HUD and stay safe.
I'm wondering if we should wait till tomorrow to run out to do Potshot because it is a distance away. All right, so it's the next day. Let's head out. We should have enough food and all that, so yeah, we still have more than half of water, so we are going up this way. So I'll meet you guys there. All right, we should be coming up to the location here. There's the targets, so we should be here now. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Damn.
That's everything. You did it, and lived to tell the tale. Which is more than a lot of folk can say. Because they're dead.
Well, that was fun. Now that's done, we're going to run back to the house. All right, so I made it home. I'm just going to empty out some of my inventory. See what our next operation is. Spelunking, live fire. You know, let's do spelunking.
They need boots on the ground to do the work that no one else will.
All right, reward is 150 Ren. And we just got to go collect the tools and collect a bunch of ore.
Everything you'll need is in that crate.
Okay. Let's take all. Let's do this for right now. Just because we're going to be dealing with ore anyways. Travel to the map location. Okay, let's get going. All right, well. Inventory. We don't need that. Let's grab that and that. Okay, so that one is for iron, gold, copper. All right, so let's go grab some iron first. So we need 450 iron. All right. Three, 2, 3. Platinum. Oh. I thought we were done with copper. That's not. Wow. That's a shame. All right, copper's done. So now we need titanium. All right. Set titanium, silica, sulfur. Oh. All right. Oh. Okay. So we need more gold, more titanium, and more aluminum. Let's put the rest of the titanium we collected in here. Okay, so it's just gold and aluminum. And I'm using 16 gold. There we go.
All right. I think they'll be happy with that.
Sweet. Well, let's run back home. Here you go. 3. You know what? There's a whole 11 right there. We don't need. That's a bunny. Let's make an animal bed. And let's make some green gunk for the animals, because I feel like we're going to need a transporter soon, because these operations are all over the map. Well, I feel like... Oh, you're taking forever. Okay, well, how long do I have here? 43 minutes. That is ample amount of time. No, that's an ore. Let's do the orange here. Deploy. You know what? For the time being, let's keep him inside until he's all grown up. It's that goat thing. Yeah, if you know me, you know exactly where I'm going and who I'm going to get. So. Like I said, if you know, you know. It's not the time to freeze. Yeah, one-shot bear. Well, that's new. Oh, yeah. Um, there's a wolf pack here. And another bear? What is going on here? What? Back off. Let me up. Why is there a nest here? Oh, yeah. Good riddance. Jeez. Anyways, back on the hunt for the mount. That was unexpected. There they are. It's just a buffalo. Here we go. It's Carl. All right, Carl. Come with. large deer, buffalo. All right, so we got back home. He's just chilling. Put down his bed. Just put it there. Whatever. Gonna wait for him to grow up. Let's go get some water here. All right, guys. So I've upgraded the house to stone, so now when we go on our longer adventures, we don't actually have to worry about storms and anything breaking it. That being said, I also expanded it, so it is now a 3x5. Gives us a lot more room to move around. I'm waiting for him to drink all that so I can move it over here so I don't lose the water. But Carl grew up. Carl is now rideable, and he has stout, which allows him to carry more weight. So that's great news for us, since he will be carrying us all over the map. But anyways, guys, I think this is all for me today. This is going to be an ongoing series where I'm going to be having it once a week, where we're going to do all of the operations. So next time, next time we will focus on continuing on doing, depending on how everything goes and how long each of them are, we could do between 2 to 4 per episode. So maybe we'll look into that, because there are quite a bit. So yeah, anyways, that will be all from you guys. And once again, thanks everyone for stopping by, spreading some love, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.